quest to progress to the latter stages of the competition.
We take a moment together to honour and remember all those who have served and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in conflicts past and present. If you are able, please now join us in standing for a moment of silence. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
An impeccably observed silence in memory of those who gave the ultimate sacrifice.
Tonight's officials, referee Hamish Grant, assistant referees Will Chivers.
But now let's get this rugby weekend started. Hamish Grant in the yellow out there in the middle. Gloucester in the famous cherry and white. Bath in the blue, black and white hoops. You might notice that your feed looks a little bit different. There's an L shape. There are two very, very handsome guys in the corner. This is Jack, everyone. We'll chat to him once the game has kicked off. We've got to get the kick-off nice and clean, you see. The whistle goes, and George Barton gets us underway. Gloucester kicking off, Bath attacking the try line to your right. Jack, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
Hi Dave, yeah, I'm good, thank you. It's great to be here. Different view from tonight's game, but yeah, certainly a new one and looking forward to it.
Looking forward to enjoying a night of code, as that is well taken and a decent shot tackle. So on the live stream tonight, we want to make it as interactive as possible. Wherever you're watching, whatever you're watching on, as Gloucester come forward here, oh, and nearly hitting a good line, Will Knight. That ball's coughed up and then offloaded. Yeah, we want to make it interactive tonight, so ask your questions. We've got Jack Clement after 20 minutes. 20-minute stint, all right with you?
Works perfect, mate.
Good 20-minute stint. He's going to be swapping with Ben Loader, and then we'll do the old switcheroo in the second half. So great to have the company of these two, and great to have your company wherever you're watching as well. That's Mikey Austin. He's in at scrum half today. Good blend with the teams in terms of Gloucester. How would you describe this 15 and 23 that's been put together tonight?
Yeah, like you said, Dave, it's
oh, here we go, Josh Hathaway onto the loose ball. Hathaway, just a little heavy. The left peg not as cultured as the right, and the chance is gone.
Yeah, no, yeah, great opportunity there. But yeah, no, lovely blend tonight, Dave. Some real experience for Gloucester playing tonight. The likes of Nepo in the front row, Cam Jordan, Hugh Bockenham, George Barton steering the ship at 10. So plenty of experience out there, but also, yeah, lots of young faces out there who got big futures ahead. Ian at hooker, Freeman Price, Mikey Austin signed this year from Hartbury last season. So yeah, it'd be great to see how the boys come together tonight and put out their best performance.
Will Trenham, first carry for him of the evening. Former Harlequin in his first season in this part of the world, joined at the same time as Will Joseph. Oh, nice shot there on Hathaway. Good to see him back playing rugby as well after the injuries that have kept him out for so long. Barton twisting and turning. Well, we've heard about the Gloucester team. The Bath team, 18 of the 23 are either currently studying at Bath University or are alumni. That link between the professional team and the university team paying dividends. And oh, this is a lovely sharp break here. Sam Winters gets the ball away to Austin Emons, who is in for Bath. Two of those university players, Winters to Emons, and a stunning score to get Bath underway.
Yeah, great finish there. Bit of a loose kick, but you know, a kick's only ever as good as its chase, and Bath doing well to find the space there, Dave, and well finished off in the corner.
That's very gracious of you to say. I think it's important to say tonight as well that you're a Gloucester boy, and nobody is going to be upset with you for pinning your cherry and white colours to the mast. However, if Bath do something great, no one will be upset with you for saying that it's great either. But what about that break from Sam Winters? Just his second performance, senior performance for Bath, and I think he'll be absolutely delighted with that. Tough kick from over on the right-hand side. But it's a good one. And Bath lead by 7 points to 0. And after a pretty steady start, didn't take long for Bath to get in behind. And Barton back to square one. So you were talking about some of the inexperienced lads there. It doesn't get a lot more experience than Nepo in the tight head for Gloucester today, does it? What kind of experience has he brought? And you know, you brought in a 50 cap All Black. That must be an incredible presence around the training pitch and Gloucester in general. Yeah, he's awesome. You know, when the news broke this summer that he was coming in, there was a lot of excitement around the place because, you know, to hear the name All Black sort of rung around the place is very exciting. And since he's come in, mate, he's offered so much experience, especially to those younger boys such as, you know, Afa Fasogbon at tight head, young prop, you know, finding his way through the Prem, and he's been awesome. And it's great to see him back out there after a really bad Achilles injury that he suffered out in France. So yeah, he's been awesome. And a big day for him as well. You know, 34 years of age, and he's making his Prem Cup debut. So yeah. So Bath straight back on the front foot. Oh, big shot. There he is, Nepo. Oh, a double blast on the whistle. This could be further action taken. No TMO today, so the AR and the referee are going to have a conversation. Looked like a big old lick, that did, didn't it? Yeah, he does hit hard, Nepo. It'll be interesting to see what the referee comes up with here, because it's always tough with no TMO. What it does mean is we might have a slightly quicker game this evening. Yeah. Well, he's being called over. We currently don't have the benefit of the referee's mic, but he is reaching for his pocket. Oh, and it's going to be a yellow. Nepolalala sent to the naughty step for 10 minutes. Well, congratulations, Jack. That is your first curse of the commentator. Yeah, I hope Nepo doesn't watch that one back. Didn't seem right, did it? It seemed upright. Yeah, and to be honest with you, knowing Nepo, there definitely would have been no malicious intent there, but yeah, unfortunately just got it a bit high there and probably made a bit of head contact. James Lineker is in the 10 jersey for Bath tonight. He finds a good touch, and these ones you'll know from being a forward yourself. When you've just lost one of your key operators, whether it's in the maul, whether it's in the scrum, to know that you're going to have to defend that now, that's a double kick, isn't it? Yeah, it's tough. It'll be interesting to hear, because I'd actually say that it can galvanise a pack of forwards. Once you go a man down, you know that your back's against the wall. So it'll be interesting to see how Gloucester defend this here, because knowing they're a man down, they'll have to give it their all. Harvey Cuxon receives it. Jasper Spandler, the hooker today, started the Prem Cup final when Bath were victorious last season. Here come the reinforcements. Will Butt has added his ample weight, gone to ground. Referee happy enough that it's Bath that have taken it there. And have they managed to clear the ball, or have Gloucester got their hands on this? Oh, it's spat out. And crossfield they go. Tyler Afaya's out there. Oh, and he's nearly picked Jake Morris's pocket, but Morris does enough. Well, the referee has actually given a penalty there for offside. We didn't see his arm go out for the advantage, but it was a shot to nothing.
Yeah, Gloucester did actually pretty well there to stop that in the end. They had it pretty much under wraps, but you know, Bath put in about 10, 11, 12 bodies there, so that's probably a bit of a mental victory there for Gloucester, and hopefully they can back up again.
Well, they have to go again. Spandler 1 from 1, Cuxon the target last time. This time they go to the front, and Ethan Stadden. The rain has started pouring down now at Kingsholm. And the ball has started moving towards the try line again. Gloucester managed to spoil it. But Bath very close to try number 2. A pick and a go from short range. Again, Will Butt loitering around, offering the pre-latch, so needs to stay on his feet here. Well defended again. Hugh Bokenham involved in the tackle. Oh, what a great shot. The arm's out, though. It's another penalty coming. Gloucester already down to 14. And very close to going 2 tries down as well. Lineker, lovely ball out. Emmons, what a tackle. Try-saving tackle. Tyler Afaya could walk it in. But Bath can't get the ball there. But what about that tackle?
Yeah, that's brilliant. Jack Cotgrove there putting his body on the line for the boys. Once again, you know, lots of pressure coming here from Bath, but you know, we'll take a lot of confidence out of that. The fact that we stopped them more, stopped about 10 pick and goes, and then, you know, Bath had the man advantage there and couldn't quite score. So again, you know, probably a mental big victory there for Gloucester.
Well, they had the option of 2 penalties there, didn't they? They could have had the one next to the post, and this one further over to the left. Now, if you're in a Bath jersey here, perish the thought, are you going to the corner again, or are you thinking about a different option?
Yeah, it's one of those. They've had 2 driving lineouts now, and they've not had much payout of either, although they have had 2 penalty advantages. So it's one of those where, you know, given the conditions, you might favour the tap and go, but they're looking like they're going to go to the corner here. Oh no, they're not. They're going to.
Yeah, it is.
Corner, yeah.
Going to the corner, and we had a brief respite in the rain for kickoff. It has been. Well, look, I'm not saying it's wet here, but when I parked in the car park, someone came with a dinghy and asked me if I wanted to ride to the ground. But the heavens have opened again.
And that's without mentioning the wind as well.
Yeah, pretty breezy. Spandler, Cuxon. And now the big men move. And now a couple more arrive. So Cam Jordan in there trying to make a nuisance of himself, but Gloucester have to reset because Bath are making meters. They're close. Are they over? Oh, they're held up. This
Brilliant.
is some rearguard action from Gloucester.
That is absolutely brilliant from the Gloucester pack there. Bath look like they're going forwards, but Gloucester body's getting in there and just getting underneath that ball. And like I said, that is a massive, massive victory for Gloucester there. And they'll have the chance here to clear their lines and get some territory back.
Are you the kind of player who thrives in those moments defensively? It is heart beating out of your chest, blood in the ears time, isn't it?
It is, and especially with an outcome like that, that's going to really galvanise all the Gloucester players now, all 14 of them, given that we're a man down, and you know, hopefully now bring some energy into this next set.
Great contact on that ball. Here we go. Big men on big men. Chop on Timmins is a good one. Butt in at first receiver. Again, looking to put a bit of width on it. Griffin finds a fire, who fumbles it into touch. And that is the first Eeyore of the night.
Yeah, that was an absolutely brilliant shot from Dean Blower there, first up off the goal line dropout. Putting his body on the line, our new South African prop. He's looking very physical so far.
Early change then for Bath Rugby. Johan Emmanuel, Wales under-20s loose head prop, comes on for his senior debut for Bath. He's been on loan playing Super Rugby Cymru for Cardiff, back at his parent club tonight. And a good line out. And now Gloucester's turn to try and exit, try and make an impact on this game. Mikey Austin, up that goes. Big chase coming here from Cotgrave, and he's got the second ball pounced on by Freeman Price. First venture into the Bath half, little snipe, but nowhere really for Austin to go. So Barton in at scrum half, little nudge in behind, another good one, but ushered out well by Austin Emmons, the try scorer. So what would you say that is? Is that a net win for Gloucester?
Oh, massively. I tell you what, that's an unbelievable kick from Mikey Austin there. You know, put it right on the money for Jack Cotgrave to chase down, and he sure did. And, you know, from 2 minutes ago, going from defending on our line to now 15 metres out from Bath's line, that's a huge victory.
So Spandler, he's been pretty good so far with his darts, and that continues inside his own 22 this time. There's some big carriers in this Bath pack. Thompson Cowan, one of them. And Neil LaRue, pretty much a permanent fixture in this Prem Cup success for Bath. Morris underneath it. He's got Cotgrave for support, but steps one way then the other, and tell you what, he gets over the tight head, Kieran Verdon as well. Barton waits to the right. Harry Taylor inside him instead. Drops it on the toe. That's well played by Emmons. But there are Gloucester players back. Morris sends it up. Good take, good tackle. How about that, Josh Hathaway? He's a quick boy, isn't he?
He is, he's rapid, and that was also a brilliant kick from Jake Morris there to give him the opportunity to go and shut down the play, and once again a really good outcome for Gloucester here, where we get the chance to have a line out 25 metres out from Bath's line.
Tough night under the high ball. Ben Loader is going to be relieving you of your duties in a few minutes. More his area of expertise, would you say?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Bath 7, Gloucester 0. Gloucester at the moment dealing with being down to 14 very well. They've got a penalty advantage here too. Harvey Cuxon being told to get out of the way. Mikey Austin, ball in and around the 22. Chance for the backs to do something, and a bit of space to run into. The ball by Morris finds Hathaway, and that's a fine score by Gloucester.
Yeah, brilliant try there. All started from that driving maul, 25 metres out. The Gloucester forwards there managed to make about 10, 15 metres, and you see there the referee's arm came out, and that's the cue for the backs to have the chance to strike and have a shot to nothing, really. So, yeah, it all started there from Freeman Price's throw. He was only playing in the back row last season, and the Gloucester forwards got to work, and brilliant outcome there with Hath scoring in the corner.
Well, we've talked about the conditions. It hasn't stopped either team trying to throw the ball around tonight, has it? What a game.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant start.
The kick to level the match. We'll know if it's over, because the shed will tell us. 7-7. All right, 7-7. One entry into the 22 each, one try each, although I suppose it was Bath's entry into the 22. They came up fruitless in the end. It was that full-length try that undid Gloucester to start with. Right, what are the non-negotiables now on this exit?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, catch the ball, which we've done very cleanly there. We'll train him under the high ball, and and now we'll be looking to exit cleanly. The boys look to set up a good ruck here for Mikey Austin to put up a contestable kick for Josh Hathaway to chase here, and hopefully get his hand on the ball. If not, put a big tackle in.
Oh, it's a great take. There's no rest for the wingers now, is there?
Yeah, no, it's tireless. Lots of kick chases, especially with the new laws now where they get better access to the ball. It makes their job a lot more important.
So Morris is back, the kick through. It's Will Butt, the first to arrive. Gloucester with the advantage of the wind in the first half, it's worth noting. Oh, lovely feet, once then twice. Gets rid of Will Knight and then gets the kick away. And a miss hit from Jake Morris, caught in two minds. Whether to drive it long or keep it in field, he ends up driving it out on the full. And that's a little win for Bath. So Nepa Lalala back on. And we talked about this briefly before. So Johan Emmanuel is on for his senior Bath debut. And eventually, when a ball is knocked on, he is going to be propping against the 50 cap All Black. May the odds be ever in your favour, young man. Nice quick ball off the top and straight to the midfield. Lovely timed ball. Soft hands from Will Butt. Little bit of afters just out of your shot there, and that was Will Butt involved. With one of the Knights, Max. Bit of 12 on 12 action. So Butt tees up Will Jeans. One of the players who knows these Gloucester boys well, having spent time on loan at Hartbury. Neil LaRue takes it on. Couple of Gloucester boys over it. But Harry Taylor won't be rewarded. So there's a tackle without the ball. So here, what are you doing? Are you going posts or corner?
I think, given the conditions and the state of the game, 7-all after 18 minutes, Dave, I'd be going for the corner here, and it's a chance for the Bath forwards to sort of have another go at the Gloucester forwards here in the driving more, because I'd say so far Gloucester forwards are one up, given what they've done defensively to stop the Bath forwards, but also when they drove 10 metres forwards for when Half scored in the corner to really put their marker down.
Tell you what, we'll see how this plays out, and then we'll swap you out. We'll let you have a breather and enjoy the game. But I think a line out inside the 22, that's something you can offer your expertise on. So let's talk about an attacking perspective here then. We've talked about how Gloucester defend. How do Bath need to attack here, starting with this set piece?
Well, Gloucester looking to go up here with Cam Jordan, but they've gone right to the front.
Oh, and they've gone quickly as well. And LaRue into the midfield. Will Butt straight down Knight's channel. There are a couple of backs short here, but they have got numbers and quick ball to play with, Bath. Good hands in the wet. Harvey Cuxon, big rig of a lot. Kieran Verdon next to take it on in the driving rain here at Kingsholm. Slowed down a bit so Gloucester can regroup. Bath can rethink. And that ball will be like a bar of soap down there. Of course, this artificial turf doesn't soak like the mud used to, but it gets super slippery. And Bath again playing with a penalty advantage. Got Emmons waiting for it, but they go the other way. Oh, Liniger could have gone. But it's another phase where Bath don't score. But another phase where they can go again. Ethan Stadden. Johan Emmanuel waiting to latch. We're in 17, the Welshman. Just misses it though. This is very patient from both teams. Oh. But it's Bath who get over in the end. A strong leg drive. One phase, too many for Gloucester. And Bath ahead for the second time. When a team's disciplined like that, there's an air of inevitability about it, isn't there?
Yeah, and I think that's a play you see a lot with Bath, whether it's the Premiership, Prem Cup, Europe. They often look to do what they call a fake drive-in maul, and they'll hit the 9 off the top and then send one of their big centres down the middle, whether it's Wilbutt this occasion, and then they'll get their forwards coming around the corner, and they'll look to really implement their power game on teams. So that was an example of them trying to do it there, and to be fair, they've done it pretty effectively. So I think the message under the post now for the Gloucester boys will be to front up our first up tackles and look to really dominate these collisions so that Bath can't play with front football.
Well, with that, I will leave you to enjoy the rest of the first half. We'll bring in Big Ben Loader. And the score is Bath 12, Gloucester 7. Ben, step into my office. Welcome. You've arrived just in time to see Gloucester get this kick-off back. You've been watching there, best seats in the house. So what are your thoughts on the first 20-odd minutes?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me. Yeah, it's been an interesting one. I think obviously the weather is definitely playing a part, but clearly both sides are trying their best to play and bring their own brand of attack to the game.
But as a back three player on a night like tonight, you know you're going to get absolutely hammered. In fact, we've just got Neil LaRue shaping up for a box kick now. Tyler Afire is going to give chase. Oh, and nearly gets something on it as well. How do you have to adjust your game when it's wet on a night like tonight?
I think you just know it's going to be a different kind of game compared to sort of a sunny day when it's going to be running rugby. You know that the box kick's going to rain down on you today. So
literally
just about nailing that because you're not going to get as much ball in hand, but this is what you need to do for the team.
Yeah, you're not going to get as much ball in hand, but you're going to be busy.
Yes, you're going to be very busy.
Indeed. What did you think of the first couple of tries? Because you mentioned the conditions and the rain. If anything, it's getting heavier and heavier. But both teams chucking the ball around really deserve credit for trying to play, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. And you know, just on a night where we said that the wingers might not get so involved, I think all 4 wingers have been relatively busy. I saw Josh's try down there in the corner. Our boys, off the back of that penalty advantage, just really having the freedom to throw it about and executing well in the rain.
Well, we have had 3 tries. 2 of them to Bath. And this is our first scrum of the day, isn't it?
What are we, 23 minutes in?
Yeah.
That.
And this is what I'm talking about. On the loose head side, Johan Emmanuel, first senior appearance, going up against 50 cap All Black Nepo. And doing all right. The ball has come out of the scrum. Fair play to him. But then first phase of knock-on. So great news. You've got to go again.
We're going again, yeah. I mean, you've got you had Clem in here who might be able to offer more insight into the scrum. But now you've got me. I'm about as far away from the scrum as humanly possible.
Are you telling me that back rowers know about scrummaging?
I mean, he'd probably say so. But, yeah, I think probably if anyone knows about scrums, it's Nepo. But yeah, the Bath front row held up well against him in that first one. We'll see how they go now.
What we have got, though, is an attacking and a defensive shape now, and one of the Prem's excellent back three players to talk us through. Let's talk about attacking first, because it's Gloucester on the ball in this part of the pitch on a night like tonight. What is a good outcome?
I think obviously when you get a scrum like this, your instinct is to attack and to run. But the scrum's in a difficult position, so backfield cover is going to be key, and they might look for a kick in behind. Well,
penalty advantage is what they've got, and George Barton can have a little snipe, but oh my goodness, he's been melted. That was a big old shot that Barton took. Am I imagining this, or is there a teeny tiny bit of needle out there tonight?
I mean, I don't think it's imagined at all. I think these are two teams which, you know, we take pride in our rivalry, I think, and whether that's at academy level, whether that's at Prem or tonight in the Prem Cup, there's always going to be that bit of edge, and I think it makes for a good game. Nobody's going to go quiet in this one.
It's a great game so far, and that is a wonderful kick by George Barton from inside his own half. He's put Gloucester 10 metres away from levelling the score. Keelan Freeman-Price, former England under-18. Hooking today. Oh, it's a little bit loose though, and it pops up for Bath. And that is an opportunity gone. Unlucky with the turnover as well. It's a decent kick. Oh, and a good bit of football as well from Barton. He's looking for the 50-22. Emmons can't get there, and that is a brilliant kick from George Barton. Oh, he's done it. A 50-22, and Gloucester right back in the red zone. Some nudge.
That's brilliant. I mean, if anyone can pull that off, it's Bart. And in a game like this, in weather like this, those kind of kicks are real morale boosters. More than any kind of running with the ball in hand or making a break, those kicks are crucial.
Well, I'm sure he'll be pleased to be back at 10 as well. He's been playing at fullback, hasn't he? He only played there once last season at Van in the Challenge Cup, and showing that he's got the skill set. Oh, this could work out. He's going to score it. It is Keelan Freeman-Price, the teenager, pounces on the loose ball, and his teammates pounce on him. What a moment for the youngster, and what a follow-up too.
Talk about needle.
Well, it'll all calm down. Everyone will get back up. They'll put the Made in Gloucestershire advertising boards back up. The crowd will calm down too. And when they do, they'll realise that their teenage hooker has just gone over for a brilliant try against the West Country rivals to make it 12-12.
Yeah, brilliant opportunistic try there. Obviously, things are going to go wrong in the wet. This is what we always say during training. But it's how you react to it. And Keelan was the first to react to it there. And it was actually a very good finish. He had a bit to do there.
How old were you when you scored your first class try?
I think I was 17 or 18, probably 18, I think.
18.
Yeah.
And I bet they still feel as good now as they did back then, right?
They all do. They all do. That's why I'm still playing. They all feel great, and I'm sure Keelan will be very happy with that one.
So Barton, it was his 50-22 that carved out the opportunity. A couple of brilliant kicks from him. First from the penalty, and then to get Gloucester there. Can he kick them into the lead? Oh, you bet he can. He has struck that beautifully. George Barton's 2 from 2, and Gloucester lead by 2. It is 14-12 in the first half. Strikes a good ball, doesn't he?
He has a beautiful kicking action there. He definitely prides himself on it, and yeah, he'll let you know. If you ask him, he'll let you know that he's a good kicker.
Okay, good to know. Look, we're here to kind of get to know you guys a little bit better tonight, and you're a Gloucester boy now, and it's great to have you back in the Gallagher Premiership. But you did what not a lot of UK-based players get to do, and I tell you what we didn't see was the fact that a penalty was awarded. So the try stood, but it was a penalty against Gloucester. The Gloucester fans think that he's kicked it straight into touch. They're Eeyore in him, but it was a good touch finder in it. But yeah, you've just come back from a couple of seasons in South Africa. That must have been unbelievable.
Yeah, like you said, it's not really a path that's been trodden by many English players. But obviously, following the demise of London Irish, the opportunity came to go to the Stormers in South Africa, and I spent 2 good seasons out there. I absolutely love my time there.
Chance to counter-attack then, Gloucester, and now the quick boys give chase. Tyler Afire making his way back for Bath. Oh, has he carried that over? It was very close. Gloucester think he has. Oh, I think he might have got away with one there, but no TMO tonight. With all due respect to our officials, they're definitely not quick enough to keep up with Tyler Afire, because he's got wheels. And he's dotted that ball down for a goal line dropout. So yeah, what generally tends to happen is we have to start conversations, stop them, then revisit them. Here comes Will Trenham. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Big shots all round. He's run onto the shoulder of Johan Emmanuel there. I think they both felt that one. This one's going to go up. A little bit overcooked perhaps, and a mark is called. So yes, you went over because we're so used to seeing South African players come to English sides, to Welsh sides, to Scottish sides and make such a huge difference. But you had the opportunity to go the other way.
Yeah, it was a crazy coincidence that we'd actually played against the Stormers the previous year, and obviously they saw something then. And when London Irish went under, they got in touch with me, and so yeah, I had 2 great years there, and I made a lot of good memories, and we'll always, Cape Town will always have a special place in my heart. And if I hadn't gone out there, then I wouldn't have had the opportunity to come here, and I'm loving life in Gloucester so far. Yeah,
all's well that ends well, isn't it? I hope that you've got some amazing memories from your time with London Irish as well, because that seemed like a club that, off the field and on the field were 2 very different things there. It looked like you and the players you were with had a wonderful time on the field. Oh, what a touch. Is this going to work? Oh, Studs have stopped it, but Gloucester are back in the 22. Playing some rugby, getting some luck and thriving in the rain here at Kingsholm. Mikey Austin whips that one out. Good defensive nip, but a lovely spin out of the tackle. Another little nudge in behind. Evans is there. And he slices that one. And Gloucester playing the pressure game quite well.
Yeah, I think especially in these conditions, the boys out there giving a real lesson in how to keep pressure on. And for the Bath boys right now, it will feel like nothing they do can get them out of their half.
Well, he's got to try. Keelan Freeman-Price made his Prem debut against Sale in round 1. Again, the lineup not going particularly well, but it is Gloucester ball. A chance to maybe get more scores before half-time. Ooh, that's an interesting one. George Timmins was on that ball with all the time in the world, and just as he fumbled it, the ref awarded the penalty. That's good awareness there from Timmins. Just a reminder, wherever you're watching, whatever you're watching on, there will be some kind of chat feature. Get your questions in. We have had one. I'm going to ask it to you. Who's the fastest in the Gloucester ranks?
Oh, that's a very good question. I think it depends which side of the bed everyone wakes up on. But we've got some real speedsters. Obviously, Jack Cotgreave's up there. Josh Hathaway's up there. Will Joseph would like to think he's up there. I'd even count myself up there somewhere near.
Yeah.
But we've never actually took it to a full 100-meter race.
Okay. Well, thank you, Simon McDonough, for that question. We'll ask a few more as they come in. It's another loose ball, and the first time that Bath have had any territory or possession for a good few minutes, certainly since they conceded the try. And a little knock on. So you've not been here a huge amount, and perhaps you haven't. Actually, no, because you'd have played here with London Irish. Have you ever played on this pitch on a night like this?
I can't say I have, no. The nights that I've played here were luckily fairly clear. I think a fair few years ago I played here when they still had the grass pitch.
Oh.
And I think it was raining then, and it turned it into a bit of a mud fest. So I think, grateful for the 4G, for the artificial turf, in that respect.
Well, most teams in the Prem now have really worked hard to get away from the mud bath, haven't they? You've got the artificial places like here and Saracens. We've got Bristol, who've got one of the hybrid pitches, Baths as well. I was at the Rec this weekend. That is a lovely track now. Oh,
Yes, yeah. They've got a lovely pitch. I mean, I always enjoyed playing at Franklin's Gardens as well.
Yes.
That surface is brilliant.
Penalty at scrum time for Gloucester. Yeah, Harlequins seem to have invested in their pitch as well. Wasn't great last year, looks really good this year. You got a couple of good meat pies there in big games, didn't you?
Yes,
at the Stoop?
yeah. I always enjoyed playing at the Stoop. So I'm looking forward to that fixture as well.
So that game against your, because you said that when you were Irish, were there a few weird red cards in that Champions Cup game where they talent ID'd you, or have I misremembered that?
Well, you've remembered very correctly. In fact, the home game, so in Brentford, I actually got red carded.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Did you get red carded?
I did get red carded. So that obviously wasn't the game that they ID'd me from. It was the original fixture out in Cape Town. I think I had a bit of a better game in that one.
So Freeman Price just outside the 22. Bath interfering with it and getting it back on their side. They've got in the young hooker's head. But now they need to exit. Neil LaRue. Again, it's a decent enough clearance, but not massive meters. Fascinating game. Bath have led twice. Gloucester 2 points ahead now, so the leads exchange hands 3 times. Which in a game with 4 scores tells you exactly how close it's been. Freeman Price, short numbers. Oh, again, Bath have got in there, but that's off a blue hand and straight out. I'd imagine Gloucester will go for the scrum here. So how have you settled in this part of the world then? Very different from Brentford, very different from Cape Town.
Yes, I mean it's. I put a few miles on the passport over the last few years, but it's been great so far. It's been great. The boys are really good, the coaches, and obviously the fans are really special here.
Yes.
And I've always said I'm very glad to have them cheering for me rather than against me.
Did you ever get E-Ord here?
I don't think so, but I'm sure I did.
This is how brilliant and brutal they are. Oh, another penalty advantage coming. Gloucester's lineup might not be going well, but the scrum going brilliantly. Knight finds Barton, and can't quite make it work in the wet. So it's been a really busy week here at Kingsholm. On Wednesday it was a Buck Super Rugby double-header where Heartbreeze men and women played Cardiff Met, and they had loads down for that. But at the end of last weekend was the 7-4-5 game, that incredible charity match. Well, of course, for Ed, who's a Gloucester legend, but for Doddy Weir and Rob Burrow as well. And so, you know, the best of Rugby League against the best of Rugby Union. And that lot in the shed over there were Eeyoring. these retired guys who come out for charity. I just could not stop laughing. I thought it was brilliant.
It's brilliant. Every time you step on this pitch, you are subjected and scrutinised by the shed, and they take no prisoners.
Never change. All right, Gloucester getting to the point now where they're going to want to get something from these visits to the 22. Little knock-on from Bath, so a scrum coming if they need it. And the way the scrum's been going, I'd imagine they'd want it. That's a big shot from Jasper Spandler. Austin. Bath pretty quick off the line. And it's a long arm, a penalty. And they're going to tap and go, and Cam Jordan fancies it. Tees it up to get Gloucester to what, 7 metres out. Brilliant line! Bokenham! Oh, he's knocked it on! The big lock forward with the line at his mercy. He'd done the hard work, but the conditions betrayed him. Need your thoughts, Ben.
I'm stunned. He did everything but touch it down. He's a big lump. He's very powerful. Just couldn't get over the line.
So Barton, thinking about the drop goal, sends it from distance. That's not going to bother the scorers.
After I was hyping up his boot earlier,
we pumped up his tyres, haven't we?
he's let me down there. He's really let me down.
No, tough conditions for it, but I think that's probably just a little bit of evidence that Gloucester might be feeling the scoreboard pressure here. They've had some good opportunities. They've not been able to capitalise on them. And they just know that Bath are Bath, so they will have their moment in the sun at some stage in this game. Another big carry coming up from Trenham. He's played a lot of rugby in the trenches down at London Scottish in the Champ. That's a smart nudge. And a great take. Hathaway gets the offload away too. And then steps in at scrum half. Barton. Little check back inside by the captain Taylor. Good carry by Morris. The offload to Will Knight. That's a fantastic score. Gloucester couldn't do it from close range, but long range is fine. Big night for the young players. First, Freeman Price, then Will Knight. And Gloucester extend the lead. Good score.
Amazing. I mean, started in the middle of the pitch there with the little chip by Bartz. Great take from Josh Hathaway. And then good feet from Harry Taylor. Absolutely sent someone one way, sent someone the other way, and then had the presence of mind to chuck the pass out. Jake Morris, great offload. Will Knight, great finish.
To go in field and then move it back to the edge, that looked like a great decision.
Yeah, it's something that probably not all forwards are blessed with. Once he stepped back inside, I thought, okay, he's going to carry here, but really deft touch to get it back out.
First kick of the day, missed off the tee. And what a timely moment to score. The last play of the half sees Gloucester take a 7-point lead. They've trailed twice, but now they lead by 19 points to 12. Question for you, do you drive a normal car?
Depends what you define as normal.
Does Jamal Ford-Robinson drive a normal car?
I suppose his car's fit for purpose. I mean, he's a big guy, so he drives a big car. Yeah, it's normal for him, as normal as he can be.
Well,
is what I'd say.
That is a lovely assessment from Ben Loader. And let's find out a little bit more now, because Jamal Ford-Robinson has gone driving.
Well, how much did he have to pay on that S-Class he had?
30 grand England tour.
Anyone would think that was scripted.
10 out of 10.
No. Give that a little tug.
Well, when I found it, it was in a hedge. All right, 9.
No. I'm Jamal Ford-Robinson.
I'm Lewis Ludlow.
And this
is Rate My Ride.
That was smooth. You may know Arthur Clarke. We know him as Melman.
Big Arthur Clarke. Giraffing his way down the touchline.
Well, he obviously just got a call up to the England squad recently, right? So it comes
summer
with
tour. Good bit of bunts on the summer tour.
He previously drove a Ford Focus. This week,
fast forward a few months,
Audi Q5. He assures me it's on a PCP, but I don't believe it.
No, I don't believe it. Midnight Black Edition.
Straight cash. This is what a little stint wearing the badge gets you.
This is what a 30 grand England tour. He used to be a humble farmer, you know, someone who's very humble, like, you know, your Seb Atkinson along the lines.
Yeah.
Wouldn't do that.
No, he wouldn't.
Just go with his standard
Just
car. Nothing changes.
Keep it real.
This is my car, a Discovery 1 commercial, 300 TDI automatic that I've kind of built myself. Well, when I found it, it was in a hedge. As you can see, if you go down here, it's very
minging,
scratched and minging, because often go off-roading, green laning.
It's a sign of good quality, that.
And I took it into a hedge. The best part about it,
the door opens.
It's a van. And this is obviously all open just in case you need to fix anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. What are these loose wires? Are they?
I had a set of lights on the back,
Yeah.
which I broke off.
So
Again, hitting a tree.
Just leave it exposed.
So I just leave them there.
Yeah.
I don't think they're live.
Is this going to break? Genuinely, does that actually come out or not? Oh yeah.
See? I can get in there as a fully grown human.
This car is very unique. It's not for me. I'm not sure how it's on the road.
Pretty simple inside, to be honest with you. It's ignore the hole there because that needs welding. Features like this comes off every now and again, just if you need to remove that whilst you're off-roading.
Are you recording already? Look at the state of this. Get in there. Crisp packet, M&M's, McDonald's, pan round to the right. This says a lot about your headspace as well.
God, it is, but it's honestly disgusting. I've got Pokemon cards. I don't know.
Jammy wheels, hoisin duck wrap, no mayor. What are these? How long has this been here? What is wrong with you? Who's this lad? This is going to be like the next Monsters series, is you on there, collecting combs. That's it, done. That's all you need to know. Anyone would think that was scripted. So this is Val. He used to have a Maserati. Then he realised he couldn't afford it, so now he's got this Merc.
Drives 50,000 miles a year.
Well, how much is it he had to pay on that S-Class he had?
£14,000
So
on mileage over.
Went over.
Off you go, Val. See you later. See you at the game tomorrow.
Make sure you're there.
You got duties, mate. Make sure you're there. No, see that now. This look, genuine hero driving in now. So now
right.
here's a man. 2 years in France.
The humble Tiguan. He was at Toulon 2 years ago. Now he's driving a Volkswagen.
Good one.
That's called character. Oh, it's got proper scrapes all the way back as well. Let's have a look at it. Golf club, screen wash, 500-piece jigsaw of the Cafe Terrace at Night by Vincent van Gogh.
Right.
Is that a ladder?
I think this is where it lives. Oh, for the dog. Mate,
Wow!
That's cool. Mate, that's class.
Practical vehicle. All right, 2023 Ford Ranger Wild Track.
Why have you got it?
I watched Yellowstone.
I wanted to pick up. I thought you were a cowboy.
I am a cowboy. Anyway, so what we got here? Very good bit of kit this, very good bit of kit. I haven't got the tow bar on at the moment, but it does come with one, removable. I'm a caravanner. I bought a £3 caravan, so she normally gets hooked up on there. Obviously, like you mentioned, look at that. You just step up there. Yeah. This can carry a ton, so we're
not far off.
We're near the capacity of it. Yeah. From when I was injured.
What are they?
No, I don't even know what they are. Dunlop wellies. You can get a bit in it. I will just show you one other thing.
Oh God.
It's not all practicality. There is some luxury to this thing as well. If you come in nice and tight, right? You just give that a little tug. Cup holders. What was that? Bang.
Cup holder.
Oh, that's actually pretty snazzy.
You know, if I want another one, there's another two there as well.
They're not in there, are they?
Yeah. So each passenger can have 2 cups.
Yeah, but you ain't got any for the rear, so 1-0. So, difference between academy and first team.
Our academy is a little bit different. Well, it has been recently because
It has.
they're all extremely rich families.
Yes.
So more often than not, our academy actually had better cars than the first team.
This is true. This does buck the traditional trend of having a banger as your first car. A lot of them just rock up with like an
Audi
A3
A3,
and you know your modern like hatchback. They're actually quite nice.
Range Rover Velars and.
So this one is owned by Cam Jordan, another second row.
Because again, the charge for the line. Cam Jordan, he thinks he gets there.
Or Cam Jordan's dad.
Or
We're not
Jordan's
sure.
dad.
We're not
More-
sure which
yeah.
one. It could be Cam, could be Cam's dad. Somewhere on the Jordan family.
Someone paid for it. It's in someone else's name.
Yeah.
But like we were saying, with like young people rocking up with loads of money, this is a
Hence and go forth.
prime example. You know, you've taken what could be an okay car and just kind of made it a bit like Birmingham spec, which I'm not a massive fan of.
Birmingham spec. If you want to talk about humble though, Trevor Woodman, MBE World Cup winner, This is his vehicle, sourced by myself. I sold it to Trev many, many years ago. Humble World Cup winner.
Yeah, hold on,
MBE.
before he goes, look at this. That
97 RG caps, straight in.
Peugeot 3008, and he's got how many caps?
97.
97
Argentina
Argentina caps. Illustrious career in a Peugeot. Nothing wrong with a Peugeot. If you drive a Peugeot, that's fine. But he could afford more. Matthias Alemano. He's a humble bloke. Like this one.
Sir Trevor Woodman, MBE.
Is he actually, sir?
Nah, he should be.
So, cars we've seen today. George Barton,
The hearse.
the Hearse 1.5.
1.5.
1.5 out of 10.
Cam's dad's. Range
Cam's
Rover.
dad's decent engine.
It is a Range Rover.
He's played the game well and spent his dad's money. I'm not a massive fan of the way he spec'd it.
5?
5?
Yeah.
I'm happy with 5. Trevor Woodman, MBE,
Humble Freelander. I've got a lot of time for the Freelander.
7.5.
Yeah. The car Steve Borthwick bought Arthur. He's bought that for cash from Steve, straight from Steve to Arthur, cash.
I think he actually sent him a picture on WhatsApp and said cheers.
Thanks.
With a picture of it.
Thanks for the summer tour.
Yeah.
/ bunts.
8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, the fact that England bought it for him, fair play.
Yeah.
Humble Matty.
Humble
Peugeot,
Matty in the Peugeot.
3008. His other car is an old Citroen C3 as well,
So good.
which is nuts.
For the story, 7.
Just because he's a nice humble man.
But the car is a 1. All right, on to the meat and biscuits.
There's 10. 10 out of 10.
No,
All right, 9.
no. It is an absolute bag of rocks, isn't it?
That's what it is.
But it's your bag of rocks.
Yeah.
We are rating stories 9.
Yeah. I'll take it. Right.
And then the piece de resistance.
I'll give him an
30,000
8.
miles. No, because I've given you a 9.
Yeah, which
Give
is
me
fair.
a 9 as well, and we can wrap this up.
8 point. You can have an 8.9
You
because
would
mine is
drive
slightly
one.
better.
You would
I would
drive
drive
one.
one. Yeah. That was Rate My Ride.
Like, subscribe, smash that button. There's more coming. I think,
Maybe.
hopefully.
10 out of 10.
And don't forget, Gloucester Rugby are making history and will host the Celtic at PREM on Saturday, the 28th of March, 2026. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours today.
Fans and just a bit of food actually. Had a pack of Haribos, which were lovely.
Oh, did you? Did you? Are you a Star Mix or a Tang Fastix guy?
I actually had some Star Mix. It was only a small packet, unfortunately,
okay,
so it was short and sweet.
Well, you've got to spoil yourself sometimes, haven't you? But not too much. Keep it real.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Exactly.
Well, you said you were chatting to the fans then. What's been the general consensus on that first half? Are they happy? Are you happy?
Most of them just actually mentioned the scrap in the corner after one of our tries. They're all loving that.
Well, do you know, I was talking to Ben, and literally moments before that happened, I said, have I imagined this? Or is there a little bit of needle out there? And then try in the corner, and it all kicks off. Look, I'm not going to ask you whether or not you love or endorse it, but the crowd definitely do, don't they?
Oh, mate, absolutely. Especially in a West Country derby like tonight. You know, all the fans will be right up for it, and you know, anytime there's a bit of a scrap, the fans will be right behind us, and I think they also love seeing it, to be fair, which is awesome.
So Bath are back out, chasing the game for the first time. They took a 7-0 and a 12-7 lead. Gloucester definitely in the ascendancy towards the end of that first half, and would probably have liked to have had a slightly larger lead. Alas, you can never rely on the conditions, and the rain has stopped here, and the wind feels like it's died down a little bit. So Gloucester perhaps won't have that advantage in the second half. But over the last couple of years, they have become a pretty relentless winning machine, whether it's the PREM Cup, the PREM, Challenge Cup, Champions Cup. They win a lot of games, and they are not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. No changes for Bath. So Johan Emmanuel still on, wearing number 17. And it will be Lineker going short to start the second half. Oh, what a take. That's outstanding from Sam Winters. Good tackle by Taylor, leader of the home team tonight. Poor Kieran Verdon tries to go around the corner. Got Winters hugging this left touchline. Don't think he's going to get a lot of love at the moment, though. Bath look like they're going to try and go the hard way through Staden, but he's driven back. Verdon, little pop out. Emmanuel gets latched onto. Charlie Griffin plays a lot of his rugby on the wing, but the last couple of Prem Cup games he's been favoured at 13. Playing at 13 in Buck Super Rugby for Bath Uni. And that is the thing about this Bath team. They've not played a lot of rugby together for Bath, but they have played a lot of Buck Super Rugby together, and playing in front of big crowds like this, well, they've been kind of used to it. 9,000 watched them go toe-to-toe with Exeter a couple of weeks ago. Johan Emmanuel, that's a nice little pick from him. Good meters made from the Welshman. This a steady start to the half. Harvey Cuxon, he is a big bit of kit wearing number 5. But the ball goes forward, and that is another decent offensive set. And there are the Eeyores. I asked Ben if he'd ever been Eored. Have you ever been Eored?
No, thankfully, because I've always played at Gloucester, so hopefully I always had him on my side. But yeah, no, it's pretty funny when it happens to someone on the opposite side.
How bad would it have to be for them to Eeyore one of their own?
Oh yeah, that would be that would be a bad time. Something would have to go dramatically wrong if that ever happened.
What are they like over there then in the shed?
They're awesome. They're so passionate. And rain, snow, sun, winter, summer, winning or losing, they turn up in their thousands every Saturday to support us. And you know, obviously you get honest feedback after the game. You know, not always good, but you know, at least you get loyal supporters, which it's not something you can say for necessarily every club in the world that plays rugby, but it's they're awesome. Yeah.
Honest feedback, whether you like it or not. Oh, how about this from Trenham? Nearly got away. Gets a second bite at the cherry. And Austin sends it up. That's Emmons underneath it. Does well, Emmons. Really dangerous runner. They like him at 15. Seen him play plenty of rugby on the wing. And he's got the composure required to be at full back. Lineker has a little look. Sam Winters a bit too close to him. Then Leroux. Got a feeling this one might be going up. Morris needs to get back. Bit too deep to challenge. Not entirely sure what the objective was there from Neil Leroux. Is it just swirling around in the commentary box, or has the wind completely changed direction?
I think it's been really interesting this half so far to see Bath really tighten up. I think, the first 5 minutes after half-time, you see nothing more than a one-pass play from Bath, and I think that they've definitely spoken out at half-time, definitely tighten up their game and using their forwards a lot more through the middle. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Gloucester counteract that.
So what do you think the reasons for that might be?
Yeah, I think it's obviously very wet out there, so it's not easy to put the ball through hands often. Unless it's clearly obvious, I think Bath will look to really tighten up, use the territory game, and use their forwards off one pass plays off 9 in our 22.
So Spandler, really good darts in the first half and started the second half well too. Finds Harvey Cuxon, putting the miles in this season, been on loan at Worcester. Speaking of Worcester, they have got someone making their international debuts tomorrow. Tim Hoyt, the prop, is going to be playing for Fiji against France in Bordeaux. That's another win for the champ. Well, penalty advantage here. I think the referee saying that Dian Blulu is offside. Will Jeans. I think both Bath's locks have been really industrious. But to the line, met well. It has been physical out there today, make no mistake. Kieran Verdon. Then LaRue tries to chase his own kick, but runs into a big shoulder. There was absolutely not a gap there for Neil LaRue to run through at all.
It's surprising there as well. Bath had a penalty advantage a few phases prior to that, and they just looked to keep it tight yet again, which is surprising given that they had a free shot really, but that's how they're looking to play this half so far.
Gloucester 19, Bath 12. Second half starting a lot like the first half really. Bath with a couple of penalties and good territory. We've had one yellow card in the game. Nepo Lolala sent to the bin for a high shot. You're looking nervous, Jack.
It's a tight game, to be fair.
Well, an error at the line out, and they have been a rarity for Bath. Spandler and his band have been pretty on the money. And Gloucester moving this ball well. And now they can feed the speed. Where's this kick going to go? Needs a bounce. Oh, it's going to sit up, and it'll be a drop out under the sticks. Look for a second like we could have been celebrating a 50-22.
Yeah, you see the intent there from the Gloucester boys to shift the ball on the turnover. It's awesome there, and George Barton looking up, seeing where the space is, and calling the ball to the Knights, and Jay puts a good kick through there.
Great news, we've had some questions. Next time the ball goes dead, I'm going to ask them to you. What would your mastermind specialist subject be?
I'd probably have to say cricket, to be honest.
Oh, really? Oh, hang on. Will Trenham's revving the engine. Tell you what, he's not scared to run it in, is he? It's nice old school number 8 play. You don't see it very often these days.
Yeah, he's a physical player.
Nice ball out of the back, and now Will Knight, one try already. Tries to glide in. His brother Max at 12 backs him up. Lovely hands from Nepo. Oh, that's a little bit off the shoulder and down. It's all sitting up nicely here for Gloucester until Sam Winters steals in to grab it. A little bit frenetic. Great challenge. Bath pick up the second ball. George Timmins. Another decent kick. Oh, that wasn't. That is not making the highlights reel, and Gloucester could be in a bit of trouble here. Sliced off the boot, options both ways, and now a penalty. Largely chaotic, and Dayan Gwynn, the man who's penalised eventually. Maybe it's Friday Night Rugby. Maybe it is this Bath squad that averages 21.3 years of age, but they are not interested in the polls at all, are they?
No, it's good to see the ambition, really. It makes for a great game, and both teams looking to play positive rugby, and yeah, it would be another chance here for them to try and impose their forward play on ours, and it should be a good battle here.
Right, next stoppage. There's too much rugby. I can't ask you any questions. So Jasper Spandler overthrew the last one. The Gloucester faithful find their voices. But here comes big Will Butt. Loves that kind of carry, and that is why. Gets Bath on the front foot. Spandler. Oh, he's met well. Harry Taylor stops him in his tracks. Kieran Verdon and Emmanuel add their ample weight, probably about 250 kegs in total there. Another carry round the corner. Bath have scored one in this kind of position already tonight. Discipline from both teams required. God, the strength in the contact zone here from Bath. Gloucester, weight low. Emmanuel has a little dart himself. Referee having a really good look at this. And Gloucester deny them again. Okay, question time. Connor Tier 6221 says, do you think not having champ teams improves or weakens the Prem Cup?
It's a really good question. I remember playing a few champ teams last season, such as Coventry, and I know the boys went away to Cornish Pirates at the Mene and had a really tough game. So I'd actually arguably say, you know, the Prem Cup is better with the championship teams in there. And I think it gives everyone an opportunity to really showcase their skills across the top two tiers of English rugby. So I think it's only good for the game.
Well, you're talking about the Mene. I remember a good few years ago now when Saracens went down there and got taught a pretty good lesson by the Pirates scrum. Speaking of scrum, there's been a tight head change. John O'Ben Solomon coming on just as Bath threatened to cut loose through Charlie Griffin. Charlie Griffin. Nice clean carry from him. Neil LaRue goes up the short side. Quick hands and Emmons. A little bit more zip, a little bit more direction and discipline from Bath in this second half. And Emmanuel's busy as well. Always in and around there trying to pinch meters. Timmins gets low early. Max Knight rolls away, and that's a great shot. Ben Solomon. Bath, a difficult team to deny in this position. Charlie Griffin has a little go at scrum half, then decides to snipe. Emmanuel with the tip. Timmins dealt with. Then Cuxon. We're getting to the point here with Bath that the wingers might need hand warmers. It is not going wide. No knock on there, just a loose ball. And John O'Ben Solomon. A couple of big contacts from him early on in defence. Ethan Stadden. Another one for Cuxon, but Bath just struggling for gain line at the moment. And sweet relief for Gloucester as Harry Taylor clamps on that one.
Yeah, a couple of times now where Bath have had the ball in R22 and have really tightened it up, and it's surprising me that they're sticking with it, given that Gloucester have been really looking good defensively with their two-man shots and sharp at the breakdown, getting some turnovers. So that'll give the Gloucester boys a lot of energy out there right now.
So you're a Gloucester boy through and through, right? Man and boy, cherry and white. So J. Cole 22 asks, if you could pull any former Gloucester player back into the squad, retired or left the club, who would it be?
Wow, that's an awesome question.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah. I'd have to say one of the best players for talent that I ever played with was Jake Pelledri a few seasons ago.
Yes, what a player.
And obviously his career was unfortunately cut short with a nasty injury, but he was probably one of the best, if not the best ball carrier I ever played with or seen in my day and age.
He was one of those guys, wasn't he? He could be missing for ages, and then he'd come back and he'd carry his first ball and he'd be like, oh no. Yeah, absolutely astonishing. Yeah. Straight away, I'm thinking a bit old, because I'm a bit older than you, I'm thinking Twigamala on the wing. Serious boy.
Yeah.
Bradford Bulls Rugby League player who came over and just spent his entire time really hurting people. So no knock on there, just a loose ball. In fact, there was one knock on. There was a red knock on, and this is Bath put in at the scrum. They've made a change as well. Arthur Green has come on. He was on loan at Doncaster in the champ last season. And now Archie MacArthur on as well. So, Jono, one of the twins. So strange not to see him and his brother in the same team. But am I right in thinking that he's your housemate?
Yeah, you would be right saying that. Johnny moved in about 5 months ago with me in the summer. And yeah, it's been great. You know, we met about a year and a half ago. We both got on really well, became really good friends, and we both actually coincidentally speak fluent Spanish. So lots of stuff in common. But he's an awesome lad, and yeah, really excited to see him go tonight because he's been brilliant in training recently.
Okay, so that's what he's like as a good housemate. What are the bad things? Does he do the washing up? Does he replace the toilet roll?
Yeah, no, he's pretty sharp on his stuff, to be fair. So no complaints mind.
That's good stuff. But also, when the mics are off, you can tell me the truth. It's fine. Keep those questions coming in. Wherever you're watching, whatever you're watching on, we've got Jack for a few more minutes, and then Ben Loader will come back in to see us home. Although he's probably down there taking selfies and signing autographs now there's no rain. It's a glorious evening.
Yeah, 2 new front rows on here, so it'll be very interesting to see who gets the ascendancy at the scrum. Obviously, Gloucester were pretty dominant first half, so this will be a big opportunity for Bath to try and put down a bit of a marker going forwards for the rest of the game.
Replacement scrum half on, that's Ian Davis. Another of the Bath Uni boys, 8 Wales under 20s caps. Tap and a go from the free kick. Bath looking to make hay and take advantage of this time in the 22. Still looking to use these big men and grind this Gloucester defence down, but not really happening at the moment. The home team standing up well. Big counter-up coming here as well. Gloucester think they might have pinched this. But play on, says the referee, and Butt puts in a fire. Loose ball works out for Bath. They get the first score of the second half. And a little bit of chaos working out for the visitors. Well, there was all that effort from Gloucester, so close to turning that ball over. And it squirts out the side, and sometimes amongst the chaos you need a little bit of calm, and that's what Bath had there.
Yeah, again, it's really unfortunate because the Gloucester boys have really put their body on the line here for the start of the second half, but you know, some things you can't control, and the spill ball there has turned good for Bath.
Well, this to level it. Oh, it's hit the beans on toast and come back out. And absolutely no mercy shown by the shed either. He's got EO'd for that. Back underway, and there's a gap here for Arthur Green to gallop into. Great awareness that Gloucester were asleep at the wheel. Then Davis thinks he's seen some space, and Tyler Afire is going to get after this. Tyler Afire isn't going to get there first. And now Gloucester might fancy it. This is the point where it gets a bit harem-scarum, and some of the lads who are north of 110 kegs start to feel like they've had a match drop down their lungs, right?
Yeah, I think a few of the boys here, especially in the front row from either side, will be asking the scrum half to put it off the pitch here now.
Well, we've got Jack for a couple more minutes before we relieve him of his... Well, I say relieve him of his duties. You and Ben have got to pick a player of the match tonight, so don't go shooting off too far. Who's impressed you? I know we've got a lot of rugby to go, but from both sides, who do you think's had a good game tonight?
I think Mike Austin and George Barton at 9 and 10 have been really good for Gloucester. I think they've pulled the strings really nicely, controlled territory, and when it's been on to attack, they've done that really well.
Spandler, then Emmanuel. Little nip there from Ian Davis. He looks really sharp, growing into senior rugby. It was Arthur Green there on the ball, whose break put Bath in this part of the pitch again. But in at first receiver, out the back, and Lineker thought about it. Green. Dayan Gwynn. Another timely turnover from the Gloucester back row. Oh, they missed touch, yes. That is a big attempt to try and keep some tempo in the game. Trenham's under this. Well, a bit of footwork. Talked about him for London Scottish, but he has got a couple of England Sevens caps as well, so might fancy himself for a bit of a step. Mikey Austin to Will Knight. Try scorer just on the stroke of half-time. Really good game of Prem Cup rugby this. Bokenham, of course, unlucky not to score himself. I was sat by Ben there, did you see that?
Yeah, that was a brilliant carry first half. Just a shame he just knocked on, but it was an awesome carry.
Trenham on the second ball. Ian Davis brings him down, backed up by big Harvey Cuxton. Here he is again. Yeah, he is a big truck.
He's a very physical presence in our pack for sure.
That's a no-look pass, Trenham. He's got Hathaway outside him. Bit of possession for Gloucester. They've not had a lot of it. Oh, what a tackle. Stops Bokenham in his tracks. Penalty. Right, that's an hour gone. Feels absolutely flown by. Don't go anywhere though, because we need your input for player of the match. Let's say a huge thank you to Jack. They're all applauding you, mate. They're watching around the world and they're applauding you. Ben, in you come. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is live stream of the Prem Cup game at Kingsholm. Gloucester against Bath. It's 1917. We've got a revolving door of two great guests, co-commentators. They're Gloucester boys through and through, and you've arrived just in time, Ben, to see our first shot at three. Well, not entirely, because we did have a drop goal attempt.
We did,
but our first shot at three from the tee. And George Barton, realising that it's a cup game against a local rival and wants to keep the scoreboard ticking over. Oh, he's hit the post as well. Ball's not dead. Hathaway, really good chase from Josh Hathaway. Got Harry Taylor there, asking for Bath sealing off. Gloucester really going after this ball. but Bath stays strong. This a really interesting period of the game now because discipline absolutely massive. Bath have to exit and Gloucester cannot give a penalty away here. What are you thinking as a winger in this situation? You're the defending team.
I think you're just hoping the guys in front don't give away a penalty, and if this stays in field, like Jake's done, you just want to field it well. Put the pressure straight back on them.
A little bit like that. Jake Morris back into the 22. Great take, great carry. Barton desperate to get his hands on this ball. Oh, good line, but a great tackle on Cam Jordan. How important was that? Big man threatening to gallop through. Barton. Great pass to Hathaway. Hathaway, little nudge into the chest and a huge tackle on Lineker. Big effort that from Bokenham. He's left one on Lineker, but if he's missed that, then Bath are thinking, cool.
That's the high risk, high reward. Obviously, Hath saw a bit of space in behind there. Opted for the chip, didn't quite come off. But that's when you had Big Bocky coming in, supporting Hath's decision and cleaning up that mess.
Well, it's another line out here. No surprise that there are a few bodies feeling the pace. Mikey Summerfield coming on the tight head side. We've got Rob Russell coming on for Gloucester in the back line as well. Team's starting to ring the changes. We've had all manner of questions here. Ollie Morgan asks, what's Thomas Williams like on the lash?
Thomas is great. He's very, very good value. I suppose you have to come and see. He's very good value.
So
Captain, leader, legend, I'd say.
So what we've got there is an invitation to go out.
Let me not extend that invitation for Thomas. He might have something to say about that.
Lord Stewie asks, what's the best rugby nickname you've ever heard?
I'm trying to look down and see. I'll come back to you on that one.
All right, have a good think about it. We've got about, 15 minutes. Good line out. Hasn't worked that well for Gloucester tonight, but Keelan Freeman-Price. They've got a penalty advantage here, Gloucester. Got Arthur Green lying on the wrong side. May as well have a go at it here. Little nudge might work for Will Knight, but well swept up. That is a potential try saver there. Ian Davis, the most alert. Ask this question to Jack, but I'll ask it for you as well. If you could pull any former Gloucester player, either retired or just left the club, back into the team now, who would it be?
Oh, that's a huge call.
It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's a very good question.
Not a back three player, right?
Well, all I can think of are back three players, and there have been some pretty handy back three players over the years. First thoughts were Banahan, Wade.
Don't say that. Banahan's watching tonight. Freeman-Price in position. Big Freddie Stevens is on as well.
Two balls.
Two balls, please.
Two.
I tell you what, I love this game and I love how bonkers it is. Could you imagine how bonkers it would be with two rugby balls involved?
I think that would be a bit much for me. There's too much going on already.
Yeah, Banahan, some boy in the day, wasn't he?
Yeah. He could cut the line. I tell you that. He could cut the line next to the ruck, and big, powerful guy.
Great case of your man.
100%, 100%.
Freeman-Price finds his man. Trenham gathers it, and Gloucester try and make their way to try number 4, the bonus point try, and the opportunity to kick to a 2-score lead. It's going to be down to the backs. Nearly, not quite. think Will Knight might have taken a seagull there.
He was coming at some pace there. That brotherly connection, not quite coming off there, but they played well tonight, those two.
That laugh is because we've just received a message from Matt Banahan. I'm not going to tell you what it says, but let's just make sure we keep saying nice things.
Absolutely. Only nice things.
Of course, made a huge impact for both of these clubs. Scored 100 tries even for Bath before coming to Kingsholm. Involved with the coaching with Gloucester Hartbury now, the Premiership Women's Rugby team, 3-time champions in a row, who are playing Sale Sharks here tomorrow, actually. If you're into your live stream rugby, then that one's available free to air. But it does kick off the same time as England at Twickenham, so...
There's plenty of rugby on this weekend.
Yes. Isn't there just? And thank you for starting your rugby weekend with us here. Arthur Green brought down. And Bath going through a couple more phases than I thought they might do before kicking to exit. That's a decent clearance though. Composure from Ian Davis. Question from Scotty Boy 2003. What's the worst backs move or play name you've ever used?
The worst backs move.
Name.
Name.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always liked when they were quite inventive.
Okay. Like what?
Named after something else, named after NFL teams, named after movies, animals. Just something that brings it to life a bit.
Okay.
Better than play one, play two, etc.
Did you ever? Did you have to learn any Afrikaans?
I did. I didn't have to, but I did inadvertently. It was pretty impossible not to.
Gloucester are playing on here, but this is going to be brought back for a forward pass. Anything you can teach us?
I must say the first words that I learnt were all the swear words.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well, maybe don't go with those.
I won't go with those. And I feel nervous to produce my Afrikaans accent live to air, in case there are any South Africans watching.
Connor Treacy is coming on, another of the Bath University players. So I actually did a few of your games in the URC and got to know a couple of the South African players that play in England and Wales, so gave them a call to help with the pronunciation of the South African names because I want to do a good job, and they gave me the actual correct pronunciation with the clicks, etc. And they said, you should try it. And I'm like, what, live on TV? I wouldn't have thought so.
No, it's difficult. There are so many languages over there. It's beautiful, but it's very difficult to pick up.
It is also a one-way ticket to getting cancelled.
Absolutely.
But culturally, an incredible country. Nice nudge from Davis. And now it's Gloucester's turn to exit. Is a braai as good as they say it is?
I must say, it really is. It really is. I've fully bought into braai culture, and it was just fantastic. I think there's just something special about it. I think it's hard to describe. I think even South Africans themselves find it hard to describe, but you know it when you see it, and you know it when you feel it.
Hard to describe and easy to enjoy.
Absolutely right.
Amazing. Right, keep these questions coming in, everyone. We've got about 10 minutes of the game to go. It's right on a knife edge here. 1917, Bath have got into the Gloucester line-out again, but it's sat up and it's pounced on by Harry Taylor. Captain to the rescue. Ben Solomon gets his head down. The breakdown has become super competitive. Oh, now Bath with a decision to make. They've not gone for the poles all night, but they can kick themselves into a 1-point lead. And after this penalty, yeah, they've got to go for the post here. While we wait for James Lineker to have a go, how does the the Premiership compare to the URC standard-wise?
Oh, I mean, they're both competitions at the very, very top level, and they're very different in some respects, but obviously very similar in terms of the fact that you're facing top-tier opposition on a weekly basis. I think the URC, I found there was more variety in terms of styles of play, in terms of teams, you know, playing at 1 o'clock in Pretoria at altitude is very different to playing at, you know, Friday night at 7 p.m. In Newport.
We're going to come back to this because this is James Lineker to give Bath the lead. Trailed 19-12 at half-time. This for 2019. Oh, he's missed it.
Wow.
He's hooked it across the face, and Gloucester still leading just. Both tens have missed kickable penalties. And as we're into the last 10 minutes now, it is tight. George Knowles coming on, has played in the Prem. He's been on loan at the champ, in the champ with Hartbury. He replaces Keelan Freeman-Price. The young hooker's had a really good game around the park. Arthur Green revs the engine. Tackled by Max Knight. Yes, you were saying playing in altitude at Pretoria is a little bit different to an evening at Rodney Parade.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh.
Knock on ball. Bath just starting to feel it now. Here's Jack Woods. 6 caps for Wales under 20s. Really lively fullback. Lineker sends that up. A little bit too deep to challenge, but drops outside the 22. Oh, some lovely feet. Oh, that is excellent by George Barton. Nearly away. This, an awkward part of the pitch for both teams, though. Bath won't want to concede a penalty. Gloucester won't want to spend too long here. Now that's a kick to complete. And it's coming back Gloucester's way. That's a big moment. Now Trenham. Credit to Bath. The line speed still excellent. Barton. Then Morris. Beautiful pass. Russell. Hathaway does very well to stay in field. Barton there, barking orders. Bath still flying off the line. Oh, now is that knocked on? No, it was a bounce then, I gather. One pass too many for Gloucester. And acres of space for Ian Davis to kick into. Morris. Dots it down. How tough is that altitude?
It's very tough. You never realise, you know, when people say that it makes a difference, you never think that it would, but it really does. It's very tough to win up there. But, you know, each team presents different challenges. Friday night at Rodney Parade presents a very different challenge.
Yes.
So, you know, it's a competition with a lot of variety. And I guess for me, playing against a different international winger every week was something that was very challenging but very exciting.
Speaking of challenging and exciting, Will Rue has just come on for Bath for his senior rugby debut. Bath uni student, he's been tearing up trees in Buck Super Rugby, so Bath have brought him in for this Prem Cup block. And now he is out there in the famous blue, black and white hoops. Massive moment for Will Rue. Jack Woods gathers that, finds Arthur Green, who has not been shy in coming forward since coming off the pine. Bath have got, what, just over 5 minutes to make something happen here, and could that be half a gap for Charlie Griffin? You feel like there's a sting in the tail here. That's helped on, and that's a little bit of space. Now the chase is on, but the kick's overcooked, and Jake Morris.
Great cover from Morris there. He's gone from one side of the pitch to the other. As a fullback, it's so difficult when you're fielding those kicks, chasing one side and then having to go all the way to the other, but he did very well to get the mark there.
What do you prefer, wing or fullback?
I really enjoy both. I enjoy playing across all three of the back three positions.
Gloucester keeping that ball in. That's slightly overcooked. Might be another mark coming here. Need to make the catch first. And when the clock is ticking, if you're Bath, that is the last thing you want to do. So talk to me about the difference between playing 11 and 14 then, because you mentioned they're playing all the way across the back three. You're a player who's able to do that, but we do see some who are specifically 11s or specifically 14. So what are the key skills?
I think a lot has to do with the foot you kick off, but also which foot you naturally step better off. Oftentimes depends on where you like defending, where the ball's likely to come.
That's a good offload. Finds Cuxon. Cuxon over the gain line again. Bath into the 22. Any score will do. 4 minutes to go. Might we see a confident young James Lineker into the pocket, or might we see Green charging through a gap? Oh, it's another one. George Knowles this time. Massive jackal in the 22. We've had one from Gwynn, one from Taylor. Huge plays at huge moments to keep Gloucester ahead.
Exactly what the guys have been talking about in the week, about fighting for each other there. Slight missed tackle. Guy gets in behind, but Knowles is there cleaning up the scraps. It's a brilliant turnover.
Ho, ho, ho. Bath really looked like they were starting to rev the engine then as well. Archie MacArthur coming on. Last couple of minutes at loose head for him. We need to start talking about player of the match here. Do you want to make the decision, or do you want to bring Jack in so you can...
I think we've both split the time, so we should probably split the vote.
Give him a wave. I'll watch the game.
He's locked into the game.
He is super locked as well, isn't he? So Gloucester comfortable in this maul, but they don't want to spend too long on the halfway line. Johan Emmanuel sent out. Right, you boys talk amongst yourselves. We need a nomination. Pump pass, and Hathaway is going to chase this kick. Hathaway, Sam Winters is back, and so is Woods. The Brains Trust is meeting behind me. If you could come up with just a couple of nominations and then a decision. I did ask them earlier what their mastermind specialist subject is. I think it's Prem Cup Man of the Match awards. 2 minutes to go. Gloucester yet to score in the second half. Bath have got that unconverted score. Both tens have missed a penalty. And we are now into a game of next score wins. At the next stoppage, we'll get the nominee and the Prem Cup player of the match. Super tense. What a cut time. And listen to that Gloucester faithful. The shed can sense it, and they know how big this scrum is. They know how big this next minute is, but it's a penalty advantage to Bath. They will have a chance from inside the Gloucester half. Nudging behind, should be covered, is covered. How valuable will those extra seconds be? Right, now we're waiting for this penalty. Let's have your nominees.
So Clem and I met, we discussed. Thought Big Bocky, Hugh Buckingham, has had a great game so far. Will Trenholm carried powerfully off those restarts, and then George Barton. He's been excellent at controlling things. So those are our nominees there.
Okay. Well, the clock is on 79 minutes and 40 seconds. So let's have your Prem Cup player of the match, please.
Our Prem Cup player of the match is our number 10, George Barton.
Congratulations to George Barton, the Prem Cup player of the match. with the result in the balance. A very, very brave call from Jack Clement and Ben Loader. But the shed is bouncing. This is huge. The tension of a Friday night at King's Hope. Bath don't do defeats very often, but they need to find a late score here. Otherwise, they're going home and wondering what could have been for the rest of the weekend. Gloucester coming off the back of that massive win at Sale last week. They defended this part of the pitch so well. Oh, it's been turned over. This is huge. This scramble defence, their massive moments at maul time have been enormous. And that is going to be the difference between winning and losing. Gloucester claim a brilliant West Country derby. What a way to start your rugby weekend, and what a way to spend your Friday night. A vocal shed, a delighted cherry and white home team. Hold on, a scoreless second half, but the 19 in the first were enough to get the victory over their bitter rivals. It finishes Gloucester 19, Bath 17. Ben Loader, your thoughts on that?
I can't believe that the second half was scoreless. I mean, I think the intensity went through the roof. It was so tense, and I'm just happy that the boys got a win. It was a hell of a performance there. Honourable mention to Jake Morris at 15, who also holds one of my favourite rugby nicknames, going back to that question, of Mark Morris, because he calls so many marks. It's very fitting for tonight.
Oh, I was thinking Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac. Yeah. That's an old school tune for some of you of a certain generation. But it's just been announced to the shed that George Barton is the official Prem Cup player of the match. And after a win like that, a performance like that, seeing some of these players who are young players on the fringes of the squad who are desperate to kick on and play Prem Rugby, what's the week going to be like now in the build-up to the next game and then starting to think about Premiership Rugby again?
Yeah, I mean, look, for these guys, a lot of the young players coming through in this game, this might be their first, second taste of a professional rugby and of playing in front of this crowd. And I know for me and for so many others and these guys as well, it'll be like an itch. They can't wait to get out there again. So I think games like this, wins like this, it just lifts everyone. And so I think the week will be good. Positivity. There's obviously plenty to work on, but I think guys can take real confidence after a win like this.
Ben, it's been an absolute pleasure to enjoy this one with you. Thanks to Jack as well. Thanks to you. Hope you enjoyed that wherever you've been watching around the world. That is a glimpse into the future. Great players on both sides of the ball, making their first steps, many of them, into professional rugby. For Gloucester, it looks like the journey is going to continue in this Prem Cup. The rugby weekend continues. We've got some of the best teams in the world up and down the UK and into Europe, international rugby. Still more Prem Cup to come, Premiership Women's Rugby, and then the Prem kicks off again in a couple of weeks. You are rugby pigs, and you can put your noses in the what do they eat from? Troughs.
In the trough,
You can put your nose in the troughs. And thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Really good. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Thank you for tuning in. Really good. Right.